Peace and Black Power. Oh, there we go. Mike unmuted. Thank you for having me, Black man. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
And peace and prosperity to everything that you got going on. I heard you say this is the 1 year anniversary, and I'm honored that you would even just
Yes,
think
sir.
of me while you doing such great things yourself. So, man, keep up the great work.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, man, like we chopped it up before we went live, man. Like I told you, bro, I ain't no fugazi shit, and I ain't no kissing up shit. I met you years ago, man. We was working with each other, and from the moment I met you, bro, I knew you was a real dude, and I knew you stood for something. And when I first had the thought about making this podcast, bro, like I said, I knew hella talented people. I feel like black people as a whole, we just talented as fuck. It's just in us. You know what I'm saying? We can
Right.
be full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can be lazy, but we talented. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I think I'm a real person. I know when I see real people. And like I said, when I first met you, you always kept it funky with me. You stayed true to yourself, and you was you. At moments when I know it was kind of wild for you to do that shit, you know what I'm saying, on a professional level. So I want to always make sure I brought you on this podcast first, bro, because I respect everything that you do. And, I want to get right into it, bro. I want to ask you, as a person, as a black man in America, I want to tap in with a mental health check, bro. So how are you as a black man in America right now, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything, bro?
Um, on a scale to 1 to 10, I think I'm a little bit above average, and that's just because I say above average is because I consider myself to be hanging in there. The average person is not hanging in there though in this state right now that we're in. So I consider myself to be a little bit above average. Every day is a struggle, of course, but man, I'm just grateful to be on the other side of that halfway mark for sure.
Nah, facts. It's just I think a lot. I think right now, on this podcast, bro, since day one, I've been a big advocate of mental health. You know what I'm saying? I go see a therapist, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, I know now in 2021, mental health and therapy, that's them like keywords and trigger words and shit like that. It's like popularity now.
Right.
But I do understand that it's still a lot of people out there that don't tap in, don't even communicate with people that they cool with on a day-to-day basis, where they at mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to ask you that because I know I preach the shit and I know I ain't trying to jump on that wave, but I think just that what you stand for and as I talk how I've been living these last couple months and these last couple years, honestly, I want to make sure I ask you just how you was doing right now in this crazy ass life right now we living. Um,
Yeah, hanging in there.
Facts. So get into it, bro. 2020 was a crazy motherfucking me time. Crazy motherfucking me year, bro. How did you get through 2020?
Um, Man, just faith, definitely faith in what I know and what I believe in. I think it was an opportunity and a point in time where everybody was put to the test,
Mm-hmm.
where the things that you talk about, you either gonna stand on or you're gonna fold. And there's gonna be other times that we face with that, but I think 2020 was our first real time in our lifetime that we've ever been put in a position where we had to decide whether we were going to stand on what we believe in or fall with or go with the masses, follow the sheep. So I think it was beautiful for me. Honestly, I like being able to work from home. I liked having the children there with me. It's like it was perfect for me. It's the life that I would want if I could. I could make
Facts.
money all day, and I see my children all day as well. I'm playing a big part in their education, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
Facts.
so definitely, I made it through it. I still really don't know how, but I'm gonna just use that for now.
Nah, that's real shit. Like I said, when I think about 2020, man, first you think about COVID, that's the first thing that popped in motherfuckers' head. You know what I'm saying? You think about the work from home and things that how people's life changed due to COVID. But when you think about all the people we lost in 2020, like I said, not even on a personal level, because in 2020, I lost grandparents, I lost family members, I lost cousins and shit like that. But even just on a big level, just like the celebrities we lost, Kobe, you know what I'm saying? When you lose Kobe, Mamba mentality type shit, everybody rocking with that. And it's like when you lose all these big people in life, and then you look over at 2021. Now, a big thing on this podcast, bro, I've been letting people know that 2021, 2020, it ain't that much of a difference. Now, to me, it's all about a mindset. COVID's still out there. You know what I'm saying? COVID's still fucking motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? COVID,
Right.
motherfuckers still ain't wearing masks. You go out here in Phoenix with me, you already know people giving it up.
Right.
So it's like, when I think about 2021, we still losing legends. We lost Hank Aaron earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? We who else? We just lost. We just
Marquis,
lost. Who?
Marquis just recently.
Biz Marquis just died. Like, we
Yeah.
still losing legends. I just
DMX,
lost. Who?
DMX, Shock G, man.
So we still losing legends. You know what I'm saying? I just lost another grandparent, you know what I'm saying, a few weeks ago. So when I think about 2020 and 2021, it's not that much of a difference. But when you see everybody moving how they moving, is it all a mindset? You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's all a mindset? Do you think it's just motherfuckers is just used to shit now? Or do you think, nah, it's still as dangerous as it is? People still moving with caution. Do you think it's all a mindset? What's your take on that?
Well, I think there's three types of people that's right now. I think there's people that's scared out their mind, so they gonna do whatever they think that they're in survival mode, literally. So they're gonna do whatever they think is best, whether it's take the vaccine, whether it's jump off this damn bridge, if because I think it's gonna save your life. They're gonna do whatever they were told to do, right?
Right.
Then there's those people who are kind of like on the fence, where they want to believe, they have their thoughts and their perceptions of the way things are supposed to be, but now that it's going a little different, they're struggling to stay with what they believe in, stay on that side of the line. Then there's the third people, and those are the ones who, no matter what, they're not going against what they believe in. They're ready to bounce up out of here if that's what it takes. You know what I mean?
Facts. You definitely see those people. Like I said, I got people close to me that didn't took the vaccine. Hey, look, man, me personally, nah, fam, I gotta see this shit play out. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock nobody for taking it, because I do understand the risk that, you know what I'm saying, niggas are scared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When niggas are scared, niggas do shit that they may second guess, you know what I'm saying, in the future. But
Right.
when niggas are scared, niggas make decisions. So I'm not too mad about it. But like I said, I do understand where you're coming from. I do agree with you. Like, there's just three different types of people that's going about this shit. And like I said, 2020 and 2021 is pretty much the same. We just got a new president that's running and shit. You know what I'm saying? Same shit going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But moving on though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we a little bit pressed on time. I don't want to hold you up. Like, I just honor the time. I just honor the fact that you even hopping on it with me, bro. Some real shit. But moving on. You a person now, like I say, you a man that wear many hats. You know what I'm saying? You're a father. I hesitate using the word activist, just because I know when you put that word attached to people, it's certain, you know what I'm saying, stigmas and certain things that people hold you to. At the
Right.
end of the day, nigga, we all shit sleep. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, we all do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They say Martin Luther King was already fucking hell of a motherfucker. Look, I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying, nigga? If you saying that good shit, get some pussy. but like I said, you a person that you a man in many hats. You make music, you know what I'm saying? You hang with the youth and everything like that. So my question to you, and when it comes to you making music, what got you into making music, bro?
Well, wow. So I started making music like when I was 14 years old. That's over 20 years ago. That's crazy just to say that out loud. But yeah.
That's sticking to something you love though.
But I just started doing music as just kind of as an outlet for what I was going through as a young teenager and at home and so forth, and just something I was good at doing. Then I decided to do it for a career at my early adult years. Did my whole 20s pretty much chasing a rap career, which is I don't suggest our youth do that. But I was kind of like underneath that spell
Yeah.
that was purposely put out into our communities. So my whole 20s, I pretty much did that. I stopped doing music for a while, just kind of took a break, figured out where I was at with life. And then I got back to music once I felt like I had more to say. And I was ready. I was ready because I was uh, a little bit more knowledgeable about the things that I really wanted to talk about, because I always wanted to, as an artist, I always wanted to spit like, I was like, Tupac is like my favorite artist, you know what I mean? And like my favorite song from Tupac when I was a child was Dear Mama. So I was always base my songs off of like stuff that'll grab you, and you know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
always wanted to make those
some
powerful
real
songs
shit.
like that, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
was happy to be able to get back to it and somewhat be in that category of making conscious music, you know what I mean?
facts. No, I appreciate that, and I think that's a lot of things. Because, like I said, I was born '95. I'm a young nigga. Obviously, I just turned 26 yesterday. So this shit, I'm
Like
a young, but
already outside with the street light on.
right, right. You was already down to getting off the porch and shit. You was already off the
Right.
porch. But it's like I think it's a certain age cutoff to where you understand real shit. You know what I'm saying? Me born '95. I'm a West Coast nigga. My family from the West Coast, so I was listening to real music growing up. You know what I mean? So I understand where you coming from, and I appreciate where you coming from. Somebody's been making music for all these motherfucking years. You be staying dedicated to actually having a message. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because, like I said, and the way music been going for the last 20 years, basically. You know what I'm saying? So let's say just say '03. Let's just say fucking '03. They're in there 20 years. It's 2021. So they're in there for the last 20 years. Music ain't really been about shit. The message
Right.
wise, you know what I mean?
Message
So
wise.
it's like I think you got the Kendricks, so you got the Lou Page, you got the Commons and shit like that. But I think it's also it's hella motherfuckers out there that's still keeping up and having a message. You know what I'm saying? Like you grew up on Tupac. And I think the people that grew up in that Tupac, that come from that Tupac tree, which is it's sad to say, it's few of them motherfuckers now that we getting older. Because now I'm starting to feel old as a motherfucker listening to these music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the people that come from that Tupac tree, you can hear it in their music, you can hear it in the way that they even carry themselves in life because
Right.
they got a message and they got a motive. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So when it comes to like you said, you talked about having a message and stuff like that. My question to you is, how do you find the balance? You know what I mean? And making it so, because like I said, music is different now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just want a nice beat. You know what I mean? Niggas just girls want to shake their ass. Niggas want to put their guns out. You know what I'm saying? And niggas just want to have a nice little tune. So what you want to have a message? How do you balance having a message and just making a good song? Which one do you care more about? Like I said, you've been doing it for a while now. You niggas know how you give it up. I know how you
Right.
give it up. And I've been knowing you for a few years now. So it's like when you in the studio, which I believe is where you at now, like so you got your own studio and everything. We're gonna get into that a little bit later in the pod. How do you balance, you know what I'm saying, making music like that? Because as a podcaster, I come over here talking about real shit. You can already tell we've been doing this for only, you know what I'm saying, a few minutes. We done jumped all over the motherfucking place. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but I gotta find a balance of talking about what I want to talk about and what other motherfuckers want to talk about, want to hear and shit like that. So how do you balance that as a musician, making music and also having a message and just making a good fucking song?
Man, it's still a challenge to be honest. I just try to get in my zone and stay in my lane. Get in my zone and stay in my lane. You know what I mean? And when I find myself drifting off, I'm like, yeah, that kind of sound like the old me. You know what I mean? Every blue moon, I might throw something in there just to let them know that's still a part of me.
Facts.
How I always try to like show the improvement or the advancement that I don't want to still be talking about the same stuff 10 years later. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's real shit. That's real shit because it's all about growth at the end of the motherfucking day.
Right.
That's really what it's all about. If you ain't growing, you ain't doing shit. I talked about a few episodes ago. I was talking about I forget the nigga name. Damn, I feel bad forgetting nigga name because he dead now. That's fucked up. But he was a rapper and he did an interview with Vlad and he told his life story and the interview was only 30 minutes long. And I'm
Sis-
like, damn, nigga, like you ain't lived shit. You ain't did shit. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like it's fucked up that niggas is dying so young, but then it's like niggas ain't even did shit. Like nigga, to me, I look at it like this. If I ask a nigga to tell me your life story and you cap that shit in 30 minutes, my nigga, you were born ass. You ain't did shit. You ain't traveled. You know what I'm saying? You ain't did shit. You ain't touched enough money. You know, I can tell because you talk to me for 30 minutes, nigga. We only get into like middle school. Like, nigga,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta keep it real. I done forgot most of the shit I done did more than 5 years ago. And that's not flexing, that's just growing.
It's really the reality of a lot of young black males, though, especially because some 8 out of 10 young black males on the block never left that block. They've been born on that block and they never left it. Their parents was born on there. Their grandparents might have migrated there, but it's just generations of people
And they
not
die for that shit now.
in the world and thinking that they're boxed in literally. You know what I mean? Just to their city or even just to their state, you know what I mean? That's still being boxed in, but that's why I think traveling is so important. Just traveling, it automatically increases your intelligence. Just being able to look and being able to smell and breathe a different air was going to increase your intelligence. So get
Man,
off the block.
that's some real shit. That's some real ass shit. Like I said, I tell motherfuckers all the time, bro. I went to Mexico and like amazing tacos. You know what I'm saying? Tacos and beer in Mexico is different. That shit hit different. We in Phoenix, so like we know, but like in Mexico, that shit hit different. I ain't gonna fake it. But it's like when you look around, like you know when you driving and shit, and you see motherfuckers out here in Phoenix, you know, that's fucked up. It's worse in other countries. So like when you say when motherfuckers travel and you just see the people that's fucked up out there, it makes you think about your worst day. You like, bro, it ain't that bad. Like, nigga, I only had $10 to my name, but my bills was paid.
Facts.
These motherfuckers out here, they really fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
You start finding small reasons to be poor. There's one secret to success that a lot of millionaires and billionaires use on their road to success, and even once they become successful, is that daily they write down five things that they're grateful for daily. So after a while, you constantly thinking about being grateful is putting yourself in that mind state. But then you can also go back and identify with some of those things if you need to. If you're having a bad day, you just go back and look at the hundreds of things that you're grateful for after a while. So uh, personally, I haven't been able to really jump on that task, but um, I do tell everybody else because I know I learned it, and just because I haven't done it myself, I still want to share that information.
Nah, shit, I'm glad you shared, man, because I need to do that shit. Because I think to myself all the time that, you know, so I think as people, bro, we look too far ahead in the future. You know, niggas is always planning their next move. Niggas is trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like when like I just mentioned, like I done forgot most of the shit I did that wasn't within the last 5 years. That's not because I'm flexing or doing it. It's because I'm always focused on the next move.
Right.
And it's pros and cons to that because when you're not living in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Then when it comes to trying to do shit like you just said, writing down every day 5 things that you're thankful for, that shit can be tough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you're not living in the moment, shit, you tunnel vision with the shit. Motherfuckers around, you're not engaging with people like you should. You're not, you know, you just soaking in. You're not all the success. You're not just soaking in, just chilling on your couch. You know what I'm saying? Just with your dog. You're not soaking that shit. You're not appreciating that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need to do what the fuck take that advice and just write down that shit because, like you said, it's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying, to remember doing that shit. But I do think that's something that we all need to do. Like you said millionaires do that shit.
Billionaires, yeah, that's some like secrets to success, some millionaires class or something I took online. But then I heard it over other conversations as well. So I'm like, it must be some legitimacy to that, you know.
Look, man, you got $1 billion?
Not yet.
I ain't got no $1 billion. I'm finna start doing that shit.
I'm working on it. Hey man, I'm about to open up my journal and start doing it.
Shit, fuck all that, man. If them niggas doing it, if them niggas saying it's working, hey man. Right. Them niggas know something I don't clearly.
Right.
All right, man. When that's real shit though, I think everybody needs to tap in and actually do that. Moving on, man. My next question, I want to tap in with you and I want to talk to you about blame culture, bro.
Okay.
Now, it took me a while to even think about how I was gonna present this to you. Because when I say blame culture, I don't even think that's a term that's just thrown around there like that. We hear, you know what I'm saying, cancel culture and shit like that, black culture, you know what I'm saying, Karen culture, all that shit.
Right.
But blame culture is something I want to tap into is because as black people, we know it's been fucked up for us, bro. Like, we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying don't talk about the shit. I talk about the shit every week. I live for this shit. But I am a motherfucker that understand, like, I think before I do certain things, I move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? When I know the odds are against me, when I know it's 6 niggas over there trying to jump me, I hit the weight room a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I get a little bit stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna knock at least 3 of you niggas out. Fuck it. Somebody going down. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with blame culture, we all know motherfuckers that preach the white man got their foot on their neck. Right. Now, it's true. Nigga got his size 14s on our ass. We just seen what happened to George Floyd, RIP. That was a neato. But when it comes to the people that you know that say that, but don't work hard to get out of their situation, it's one thing for the motherfucker to say that, but you see them on their grizzly. You know what I mean? But for the motherfucker that's saying that you know, like, nigga, you ain't even working that hard. Like for me, for instance, it's probably a weird example, but I was talking about this podcast a few weeks ago, bro. Like I said, it's been a year now and shit like that. And I was talking about the growth of this podcast.
Right.
I had to be honest with myself. I wasn't working as hard as I could have.
Right.
Like I think we all get used to just saying we working hard as a motherfucker. Like we all got 8 to 5s, but we all know that motherfucker that's just clocking in and leaving at 5. That nigga, he don't give a fuck. He just, I'm doing it now. Hey, what the fuck? Keeping it real. We all know that person.
Right.
But that same motherfucker will tell you ask him 6 months later, that nigga will tell you, nigga, I've been working my ass off 8 to 5 for 6 months now. But it's like, you've been working, but you ain't been working. But but a few of them motherfuckers say, you know, but you see where I'm going. How do you feel about that?
I think those are two separate things. So one, I definitely, like you said, I definitely don't want to discredit the fact that the white man has had and still does have his foot on our neck. However, we are the strongest, most powerful individual on this planet. So, however, we could handle everything. It should not be an excuse to hold us down. But also, it psychologically, it's damaging as well. So it's trauma. Like, and when we started this conversation talking about mental health, some of these brothers aren't acting. That's all they really got mentally. That's where they're at with it. So that's why it takes like stronger brothers like myself and like you to build as many people up as we can. You know what I mean? To try to get them on our level, or not even necessarily on our level, but just to raise up their level, to take them to a different place, because that mental health is really a thing, and it's the trauma that comes along with some of the things that we face as a nation is out of our hands sometimes. Sometimes you're born into it. You feel me? Yeah. I was just thinking about it, my situation earlier when I was just getting ready. I'm like, if anything, it might not make sense to people, but I had to find my way to where I'm at now. You feel me? And everybody's going to say, like, yeah, of course, you know, you go out there, you make your own mistakes and all of that. But no, I literally had to find my way. There wasn't nobody there for me when I made those mistakes, or if I made the mistake, or to tell me not to make the mistake. You feel me? So I found my way to where I'm at. So that goes with what you were saying as well. Yes, I had all of those same barriers in front of me. However, I maneuvered around them and did the things that I had to do to find myself to where I'm at right now, which is a little bit above average mentally and mental health.
Nah, that's real shit. That's real shit. Cause like you said, now that I think about it, and I heard where you coming from, they are two different things. I do think they kind of bleed into each other a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they are two different things. And like I said, and like you mentioned, we are strong as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I just think black people dope as fuck. I just know dope people. You know, it just is what it is. But like you said, it ties into to the mental health aspect, and because we like I said, we born with shit. We born with the fucked up mindset down there. Like I
Right,
said, it takes a strong minded individual to be like, all right, now fuck, some got to change, some got to give. You know what I mean?
right,
And really, what it was for me, bro, is because, and I'm gonna say this before I move into the next topic. You know, growing up, motherfuckers tell you how big the world is. You know what
right,
I'm saying? But it's like as you get older, it's like, yeah, this motherfucker big, but it ain't that motherfucking big. And the reason why I say is because you start knowing a lot of motherfuckers that's on. You ever noticed that? Like, have you just thought about how many people you know in your life that touched a certain bag or that been in a certain position? How many pro athletes do you know? I'm gonna speak for myself. I know hella niggas that have made the league. You know what I'm saying? I know people that don't work with, you know what I'm saying, A-list celebrities. You know,
right,
I know people. I got cousins that got babies by, you know what I'm saying, A-list celebrities that have been on TV. I got cousins that had their own TV show on a primetime network. You know, we know rappers that make it and shit. Like, we just know people.
right.
Or you know a cousin of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know a cousin of LeBron or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's what made me change my mindset as a kid. When I was like, hold on, bro. I know way too many people that wasn't shit like me that's getting to it. So it's like
Right.
I think sometimes it just takes something for some people, just something to click for some people. And like I said, we gotta do our best we gotta do our best as a community, as a culture, to lift up each other to do that. Because like I said, everybody ain't built like that. A lot of people don't see the important things in life. You know what I mean?
Right. And one thing we got to remember when dealing with our people though is that we're vibrational people, so we we're we build off of vibes, off of the vibration. You feel me?
Yeah.
So as long as you're spreading good vibes, then you giving the people what they need. It's on them to take it from there. You feel me?
Facts, facts, facts. Moving on. I want to ask you about something, man, because I just graduated recently, bro. Last year during that fucked up 2020 year. I'd be forgetting I even graduated, bro. Just sent me a degree in the mail type shit.
Oh,
Um,
God.
but
That's not even cool.
it ain't, bro. I spent way too much money, bro. They got me fucked up.
Right.
But one thing I seen, bro, I was working at Walmart a few years ago, and I seen this shit on the news. It's about this kid. Yeah, he was fucked up. And when I say fucked up, I ain't trying to be funny, but yeah, it was some shit wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he had some type of technology. It was like this damn near like this headset, bro. And anything he thought of, it searched that shit on internet and said the answer to him in his ear. This was about like 6 years ago. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And at that moment, I was like, yo, man, school gonna be relevant in the future.
Definitely.
Now I still went to school and got my degree and shit because it was a personal thing for me and my family. Now, my question to you is, what do you think about? What do you think these kids should say going forward? Because you somebody that deal with the youth. You know what I mean? I just want to see your opinion on it because I don't think degrees are going to be that important. Like it's already hard motherfuckers that got bachelors now. I got my bachelor's. And they looking at that shit like, nigga, you need your master's. So
Right.
what do you say for the kids growing up in the future? Should they get their college degree or should they go into trade and code and things like that? What do you think would
Well,
be more beneficial going forward for these kids?
I do want to start this by saying I'm gonna try to touch on everything in this short little 2 minute time that I do have left because I got another meeting with some other powerful brothers that are also in this next room here. I want to make
For
sure
sure,
that
for sure.
for that, and I do definitely want to do this with you again. I feel like we definitely didn't have enough time, but so what I believe as coming from a father and a mentor and so forth, I think that it depends on the child. So some children college is going to work. I still say college is an should be a goal for some children, but for others like trade schools and things like that, more hands-on skills are going to work, especially for our young men. And those type of trades should be in technology, it should be in healthcare, it should be in some of the things that are going to continue to flourish in the future.
Facts.
um, and when I say a mentor, when I started the conversation, I mentioned mentor. So I'm also a mentor for Fight for Life, No Excuses, which is a manhood training program. It's a 12-week program that we offer in the fall, and it's a 10-week program that we offer in the spring. Those two programs, but one program has been going on for 6 years. The other one we just started in 2021. It's kind of like just to help with everything that was going on in 2020. So if you're interested in getting your son into that, definitely visit the website, fightforlifenoexcuses.com
Check it
or
out. Check it
.org.
out.
But you can also get to that website from our website, obfconline.com. That should be streaming at the bottom of this page soon. If you haven't seen it yet, you can
Yes,
find
sir, we're gonna get that for you.
we also work with fathers as well. So we have a father support group that we do every Tuesday. All you have to do is text the letters OBFC to the number 844 675 7515. Again, that's 844-675-7515. Text the letters OBFC. That will get you the link to join that call every night. It's very powerful, very encouraging, motivating. I learn something every week. It's for us men, it's for us fathers. And they always talk about there's nothing for us, but there is. If you want it, it's there. Just like we're going back to the blame culture. If you want it, it's there. Go get it. I'm going to leave with that.
Now, facts, man. I appreciate you for joining us, man. Like I said, I knew he was on short time, but like I said, it was an honor having you, bro. And we gotta do this again, man. I want you to become a recurring guest in the future, man. I thank you for even giving me your time that you gave me, bro. Appreciate you. Salute you. I got your stuff going at the bottom, and also I'm gonna dive deeper into it later on the podcast, bro. Thank you once again, bro, and bless you, man. And stay safe, bro.